Alright, how's it going, everybody? It is Tuesday now, Tuesday morning at approximately 10 o'clock a.m. I didn't record anything last night, or Sunday night or Monday, just because I was kind of recovering and just kind of like hanging out, hanging low. I don't necessarily need to record everything, because remember, I'm not a Paul, I'm Griffin. Pleasure to meet you. I just want to show you guys kind of like some of the stuff I got at the racetrack. And then I'll give you guys some of my initial thoughts from the race. So first of all, there was a museum that was on the, oh man, I don't know my directions, but if you guys were at the Speedway, it was the museum that had the Ricky Bobby car in front, the one, the 62 Me. I'll have the picture right here. So there was a little museum. I did not go into the museum, but I did check out their little gift shop, and I got a couple of die casts from there. First of all, right here you have Tony Stewart's Bass Pro Shops Mobile 1 Chevrolet from 2015. See if you can get a good look here at the car. Yeah, his 2015 car. I think I mentioned before, I really didn't get much of diecast between like 2012 and 2015, so that is nice. I also got Ricky Stenhouse's Fifth Third World Bank car from 2015 as well. So he has Fifth Third World Bank, and I'll show you guys. Yeah, actually, I probably should show you guys the other side as well. You know, because I'm a nice guy like that. There's Stewart again. And then this little program that I got with, I guess it's not really a program, it's more like a magazine. So it's a little kind of like get to know the area, like the Concord, Charlotte area, and it has some like fun stuff. So like some different foods, some different cuisine, different wineries for the adults. You want to go check out the Speedway, there's stuff like that for you guys. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It kind of gives me an idea of what is in the Concord, Charlotte area. So that was the first thing I got. Just want to quickly show the plate again. So I did not know this, but in North Carolina, you only need a license plate for the back of the car, not the front. Because like I got this, and it's like, well, why or how do you use this license plate and like, you know, not get caught, or not get caught, but like be identified? But that's apparently the law here in North Carolina, is that your license plate only has to be on the back of the car. Whereas where I'm at in South Dakota, you need to have it in both the back and front of the car. So, a little fun fact there. Here is the program for the Coca-Cola 600. It is very pretty with all the Coca-Cola drivers, with Austin Dillon in front, who crashed, then Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, who spun, Ryan Newman, Suarez, Kyle Larson, and Bubba Wallace. And then you got the firefighters up there. Sorry for it going out of focus. Yeah, my lens is not the best. I'll get that fixed eventually. And then there's just like information on like the drivers. There's a couple of stories in here. Definitely a big program. I got it for $10. Definitely worth the read, and I really like getting the programs mostly because it's a nice memorabilia sake. I do have some of the programs. I think I had them on some of the Griff Talks earlier, but I did have some programs from Pikes Peak set up. And then this little thing here is the, I'll get it out here. It's a cool little poster. It is the starting lineup for the Coca-Cola 600. Like all the cars are right there. Like something that I'd love to see in television format is here in poster form here. And let's not forget our Lord and Savior J.J. Yaley for having this be a 40 car field. So there's your exposure. I don't know if NASCAR on Fox did give you the exposure, but here you are. Here's your exposure in this video. Alright, so I know you guys saw a shirt when I was showing the license plate. I might as well show you that now. So so I did get one t-shirt, and that is supporting good old Bubba Darrell Wallace. Nice bright blue car. Definitely has that vintage look on a new car, which I like. I like the idea of like keeping up the old but moving with the new. Yeah, so it has the STP car on the front, inside every, what does that say? Inside every great machine. Is there anything on the back? I don't think there is. No, just blue. But no, I'd say it's a pretty good shirt. I got it for $20 at the Bubba Wallace merchandise hauler. Yeah, no, there's really nothing else to say except it's just a really nice looking car. Or, that's not a car, silly me, that's a shirt. Okay, before I get to the big thing that I purchased, I did get one 2018 diecast, and that is Martin Truex Jr.'s Bass Pro Shops car for 2018. See if I can get a focus on this.
Focus on the Smithfield.
So, yeah, now I think I said on a tweet that I was very worried that this car would not be turned into a diecast because of 500 energy, but they were able to get around that, and it's a full-on Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats car. So that part I'm very happy about. It is a very pretty looking car. I got it for $10, which is a shame, but one thing I do want to mention too, as a little kind of like side story. So when I was getting the t-shirt for Bubba Wallace, there was a little like 8-year-old kid, and he was like so smart with the Lionel stuff. And he's like, yeah, all the cars are $10 if you get them online, and he was like super like prolific. And again, he's like 8, 7 years old, and I just stood back and smiled, and it's like, wow, that is me. So, no, I think that's so cool that kids are also interested in that. And actually, I'm going to get back on the whole, like, other people being interested in NASCAR thing. So, I'll do that in a minute. But the big thing I want to talk about is this. So, I got this set, and I don't remember the hauler that I got this at, but it's this, like, Robert Presley deluxe set. I got this all for $5. So, first of all, I got this Robert Presley, like, sticker that you'll probably see in the backdrop. Then, I'll move in closer. Then I got this autographed, I might add, diecast from 2001, I might add. So, man, I want to get a good focus on this. Give you guys a good look. There you go, something like that. There we go. Close enough. There we go. So, yeah, 2001, you see Robert Presley autographed it above, and that car is from 2001. And then I got this little kind of like poster thing right here. Has Robert Presley on it, has his car, Jasper Racing. But then the big thing I want to show you is this lug nut right here. I'll just sit down here and I'll do a nice zoom on it. So this lug nut was from Robert Presley's car in 2001. Like, I don't know what race it was on, but there it is. And so the guy, it was really weird because I thought I was only getting the diecast, but he kind of gave me all this other stuff, and it's just like, oh, here you go, it's all for $5. So I thought that was amazing. And so now I have this little souvenir as well, one of the lug nuts that was on the car. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead here, and you're going to see my face. Let's see here, there we are. Let's see. Here, I'm going to fix the lighting on here. Be right back. Alright, that's better. So I just wanted to mention, just for a couple minutes, kind of like my experience. So first of all, as I mentioned in a tweet, being at the track, way better than watching it on television. Not saying NASCAR Fox is terrible, but the big thing I took away from it is at the Speedway, you can watch whoever you want. Like, if you want to follow Chase Elliott the entire time, if you want to follow J.J. Yaley the entire time, like what I did, you can do that at the Speedway. But on television, you're forced to see what the producers or the camera people want you to see. And so, like, they'll probably show you, like, Kyle Busch all the time, which is probably what they did. This could be a reason why a bunch of you guys were kind of disappointed in the race. Seeing Kyle Busch be in front all the time, there's nothing going on. I disagree with that. There was a lot going on at the Speedway. It's just the camera people did not catch up on all the action. So that was my biggest takeaway. But then the other thing, and I wanted to mention it before, was just the people. When I was walking back to the car with my friends, there were two people, and they were like, oh, bleep Kyle Busch, oh, bleep Jimmy Johnson. And then it's like, oh, bleep Kyle Busch. And it's just like, oh, Kyle Busch won. Now, as bad as that was, the part that I took away from it, it's like people actually care about their NASCAR here. And it's just like, oh, no one cares about NASCAR, it's a dying sport. And it's just like, dude, when you're at the Speedway, like, there are people that care. And there are diehard Kyle Busch fans, and there are diehard Jimmy Johnson fans. And again, I was just blown away. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob. And I know, I keep going back to SpongeBob. But it reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward leaves his little neighborhood with SpongeBob and Patrick and goes to that Squidville and he's with like a bunch of Squidwards. That's kind of like what I was. Because in South Dakota, like there might be one or two like speedway things, but no one is really passionate about NASCAR there. No, but here in North Carolina, it's like I can speak their lingo, and it's so amazing. Yeah, no, overall I had an excellent time. So my plan for today is I'm gonna kind of explore the, so I'm in the Wake Forest area, Wake Forest, Durham, Raleigh area. So I'm gonna explore that. I'm not gonna really film much, but I'm gonna go and search for some antiques. Hopefully there are some good antiques there, somewhere, antique stores that sell some old diecast. If I find any, I'll go ahead and that'll be the next clip. Otherwise, on Wednesday, me and my best friend are going to go down to Charlotte for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. So I'll go ahead and I'll get some footage of that. And yeah, and then on Thursday, I'm going to start heading back. So far, great trip. It's taken a lot out of me, but you know what? This is what I need. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So you'll see the next clip, whatever that is, right about. Good morning, David Reaganers. Yeah, that's right. You guys are David Reaganers now. It is Wednesday now, and it is 9:18 a.m. in the morning. So just to let you guys know what from that trip I did yesterday, it wasn't good. I went to 3 or 4 different places, and the only thing I really got was a Dale Jarrett shot glass, which I'll put right here. So just a little Dale Jarrett shot glass from about 20 years ago, I would say. Didn't say specifically what year that glass was, but yeah, it was 50 cents. So I decided, hey, what the heck, I'll go get it. No, really the biggest thing that happened on the trip wasn't good. So there was one antique store in downtown Raleigh. I won't say which shop it is, but there was an antique store down there. So I didn't realize this, but there was city parking down there, and you had to pay like $1 for in order to be on one of the side parking lots, or like where it's like you park on the side of the road, right? So I didn't know that, and before that, I ended up going to this like little parking lot next to the antique shop, but the parking lot is for employees to a nearby building. So I kind of freaked out, and I was trying to like get out of the parking lot, and what ended up happening is my right front wheel of my car actually got stuck in mud, and it like dipped in, and I got stuck, and I tried like pulling out, and like it wasn't good at all. Fortunately, a construction worker nearby saw what was happening, and he helped me out, and I was able to get out of the car. So not out of the car, out of the predicament. So I was able to get out of that. The right front wheel is completely muddy, so I'm going to get that washed. The only concerns I have are both, of course, the engine and then like the suspension as well, because the car like dipped, and it was like the right front wheel. So hopefully nothing too bad happens, although I'm going to keep an eye on that. And so the plan for today, just to kind of cap off my trip, I am going to drive down to Charlotte with my friend, my best friend, my dad. And we're going to go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. We're going to check out the sites, check out everything, and actually check out Charlotte, because me nor him have never seen Charlotte before. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. And before I end this clip, just check out this scenery here. Just look how beautiful these trees are. Let's see if I can get a focus on that. These trees are so beautiful. Like there's so many of them. They're so thin, but it is so majestic. See, because I used to live in Minnesota, right? And I thought like Minnesota was, you know, the place for the trees, right? But no, North Carolina has a lot of trees as well. So my card is running out here, so you'll see some little montage of the Hall of Fame, and you will see that right here.
Rev your engine.
I think I killed it.
You killed it.
Flip the switch to start the engine. Alright, here we go. Woo! This is Dale Jr.'s final car.
It's a big deal for that part of the country. They've been wanting to race there for a long time. They've sort of had that guy really carry things so long and trained there. That's where they have a lot of race fans in the area. Enjoy it.
Dale Jr., thank you so much for everything that you've done for the sport. Definitely a beautiful car for sure. Alright, here goes Kyle Busch down to the inside. Dale Jr. is right there on the outside. Kyle Busch with a huge run down to the inside. Flipboard looking in third position. White Jr. is right there. Kyle Busch down to the inside, down turn number 3. Look at him go as they're side by side. Kyle Busch almost gets into Dale Jr. down turn number 4. Here we go, just a few laps to go. Dale Jr. high, Kyle Busch down low. Look at him go, Dale Jr. way up high, Kyle Busch side by side, down turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Jr. almost gets into the wall, and Kyle Busch can he complete the pass, and oh, he turns him! He turns him into the outside wall, and to the outside wall goes Jr. Caution comes out here, the race is not over, and I believe Clay Porter is your leader as he came out to the line. I get a shot of it?
If we get a good